probably do this. Oh, this is spinning out. Can't find my own way. Skin crawl, turn it up. So 5.
Excellent.
And it should only take about 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes.
You love the venue. It's the
Really?
scruffiest, dirtiest place.
Really?
But it's just a rock and roll venue. I love it.
Where was a good place for us to be able to play in? You think?
Chicken?
I'll talk to you in a minute. This is nearly
Yeah, we'll
finished.
get 5 seconds. That's Man Rays on 96.3 Rock Radio from the Surreal album. That is Turn It Up. Phil Collin, Simon Laffey and Paul Cook are our guests on Rock Radio. Gentlemen, you're going to be doing this acoustic set just for Rock Radio listeners, around about 6:30 tonight. Looking forward to that? Is that something that you do much?
No, actually, this is kind of... We've done a couple of little acoustic things. This was sprung on us, actually. Well, it sprung on me because I didn't read the email, really. This is what it was. But, no, I mean, we're always up for stuff like this. This is great. But it's our first real opportunity to do an whole acoustic set. You know, we've done a couple of things on the radio, but we'd squash into a little room like we're in right now. But this will be the first time we've actually done an acoustic set. So yeah, it'd be cool.
Right, and obviously you'll spend a wee bit of time after it to meet the prize winners.
Definitely,
and,
yeah.
Is that something that you enjoy? Do you actually enjoy meeting your, I was going to say fans, but in rock and roll it's not fans, it's friends, isn't it?
Yeah, you do, and it's what's great is getting feedback. And because if you're just flying blind and you just go turn up at gig, leave, you really have no connection. And it's really cool to get some feedback and a connection. And you really, some people really are really happy, genuinely really thrilled, to meet you and actually even talk about the songs or what your thing is, just to kind of reconfirm stuff. So that's always good, actually, I think, anyway.
Right. How different is it? I mean, for yourself, Paul, and Phil, it's different from the day job. How different is it? Is it something that makes you energised, the fact that you're doing something different?
I don't know about that. Well, there is definitely that, but there's definitely the odd bit of, where's my limo? There's been a few of them a couple of times. You go, well, not literally that, but you go, wow, geez, you're starting from, even when we done Download, I mean, there was like, we were trying to get in a van to the dressing room, and although I was headlining the night after, when Man Rays played, it's like, well, you got to wait for this because we've got this other band, and I said, but the van's here, why can't you just take us over there? So that kind of stuff, it's like, yeah, just different vibe, but the actual playing and all of that part of it is great, it's actually sometimes even more refreshing, because it's a bit more real,
Yeah. Paul, some of the songs that you wrote and recorded, some of the attitude of the Pistols back in '77 was all hate for the record companies and now something that's happened over the past 3 to 5 years, the record companies are on their knees. Is that something that, on reflection, gives you pleasure? You say, well, it served you right.
No, it's a terrible show. No, well, it was kind of heading that way really because of all the overindulgence throughout this.
Limousines and things.
Absolutely,
just record companies and this, overcharging people for CDs and stuff like that for years and years, and and stuff like that. So it's kind of heading that way really. But yeah, they'll work it out. They always do. They said the same when cassettes come along. They said the same when CDs come along. And now it's the internet. So they'll work around it and earn their money back, I'm sure. But for me, being in Man Rays, it's just great. It's great fun and it's a release really. Because it's when you're in a big band like Leopard or the Pistols, it can get a bit it's all a bit day job, like you say, and it can get a bit just run of the mill really. And we're doing stuff we want to do in different styles of music as well, which is great. Because I'm just used to it. With the Pistols, it's just so full on all the time, playing from start to finish. With Man Rays, there's a lot of different flavours in there, different drum styles and stuff. So it's learning new stuff as well, which is really good, which I enjoy, kind of a bit of a new challenge, really.
Simon, the track we're going to finish off with is another track from the Surreal album, and it's a song titled Low. Maybe tell us a little bit about it before we play it.
Well, it speaks about the emotions of relationships, but
It's a love song.
yeah, it is a bit. But we always like to try and write in metaphors, and we don't want to be too explicit about what we're trying to say. We like the listener to interpret it in their own way. But yeah, there's lots of different emotional styles on the album, as Paul says, and this is one of our favourites, definitely.
In the good old days, was it yourself and Phil that did all the writing, or was
No,
Phil
not
Lewis
at
involved?
all.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, it was very much Phil and Jerry. Phil Lewis and Jerry kind of started Girl, and we joined that. And Phil and I hadn't actually worked together musically.
That's
really.
right. No, that's
Yeah.
the weird thing about the whole. We actually, although we remained friends and everything, we actually never used to write in Girl. And the really interesting thing was that the kind of styles, there's like dub reggae stuff, which which come from the Trojan thing, ended up like on some of the Police stuff, and just even some of the jazzier stuff and like punk stuff. It all kind of, we couldn't really go there. Same with Def Leppard, you couldn't really go there because it was so. It had its own little genre, So when me and Simon actually started writing some of these songs, you could actually, pull out all these different flavours and kind of influences that we were never really allowed to. Not allowed to, that's the wrong word, but you couldn't experiment like that before, and all of a sudden we could, and it was like really liberating, actually.
And because we come from the same environment, the same background, same era, we've got the same similarities there, and,
Yeah.
and we had an immediate musical rapport. It was fantastic, actually, really easy. for us
And
to write
again, that's
together.
why we got Paul, because we're all from London. There was very uniquely London things. I mean, the generation's the same kind of thing, but also a very London thing that actually we noticed coming out in the music that was kind of weird, because we didn't plan to do that. It just started coming out. It's kind of cool.
We'll have a listen to this track, Low, to finish off. Guys, I'd like to thank you very much for coming in today. We look forward to seeing you around about 6 o'clock at a secret venue.
Woohoo.
In deepest, darkest Glasgow.
Oh.
Thank you.
You better not get lost. Just before we go, very quickly, 2010, Paul Cook?
Well, hopefully we're going to got no pistol stuff coming up. Hopefully, so we're going to crack on with Man Rays. We've waited a bit of time, been biding our time until we've got some free time together. Actually, so it looks like hopefully next year we'll be able to be doing a lot more stuff on the Man Rays front.
And Phil with Leopard?
No Leopard stuff. Year off.
A full year off?
Cool. Yeah.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. We're going to record and stuff like that. And I'm getting married next year as well.
Ah, the lovely Helen.
The lovely one.
Yeah. The lovely Helen is in the corner. We will be taking a photograph of her and putting it on our website. All the W's, rockradio.co.uk. I've got a couple more tickets to give away for this acoustic set this evening, and we'll do that right after the next song. This is Rock Radio.
Cool.